Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I'm Rezak from user support team, Copernicus Marine. Today, I will be presenting one of the main tools used to visualize and retrieve Copernicus Marine data, which is the MyOceanPro. To access it, it's really simple. Once on the Copernicus Marine website, you just go to the Access Data section here, and then scroll down to the Ocean Visualization section. So you click on it, and as you can see, we will be getting three different versions of the tool. So first we have the MyOcean Lite, the MyOcean Learn, which is a version dedicated to beginners. And then we have the MyOcean Lite, which is an intermediate version of it. And finally, we have the MyOceanPro viewer, which is the version that contains all the features and options that allows you to manipulate, visualize, and also download Copernicus Marine data. So to access it, you just click on Explore MyOceanPro. And now, once on the interface, as you can see, we have various options that you can use to have the best experience possible when visualizing and also downloading our data. So first, you can change the projection to the North Pole, for example, in case you are studying a product within this area. You can also go back to the equatorial projection or switch to the South Pole projection. You can also, with your mouse, by maintaining it, go to the left or to the right to have a better access of the region of your interest. You can also zoom in or zoom out with your mouse wheel to get, of course, better access of the region of your interest. Here below we have the time scale, which tells us when the data is available. For example, here in our case, we have the seawater potential temperature layer, which is displayed. If I go beyond the scale, then the variable won't be displayed anymore. And on the right here, we have a little scale also to manipulate the depth range based on what you need. Now on the left, we have the layer window, which allows you to visualize the variable you are exploring. And when maintaining your mouse on the variable, the seawater potential temperature in this case, you're going to see the product and also the data sets within the variable is contained. The eye here, the eye icon allows you to show or hide the variable. If I click on the eye, then as you can see, the variable is no longer displayed. If I want to display it again, just click on the eye and the variable will be displayed again. So now to add the new layer, it's really simple. Just go to the plus here and click on it to add the layer. And then you will be accessing our data store where all of our products are available. We have nearly 300 products. And of course, each product with its own specificity. So we have data, different acquisition modes. We have models, we have satellites, and also in situ observations. And each product contains the spatial resolution as well as the temporal resolution and the variable contained in it. Here on the left, in the filter section, we have various filters that we can apply to get the variable that you need. So you can enter the time range. You can also select the depth. You can also select the universe, which is the region you are interested in. Also the variables to explore. You can also select the temporal resolution as well as the sources. For example, today we are going to explore a global ocean product. And for that, you just click on global ocean, and we can choose one of the variables that we want to explore. In this case, we can choose the velocity variable, and I can also select the temporal resolution for that. And let's say we want to take the hourly data sets. So now, based on the filters that are applied, I will get a set of products that are suited for my selection. So let's take the global analysis and forecast. When clicking on it, you will be getting a window which displays an overview of the product. Of of course, where the product is defined, as well as all the metadata contained in it. All of that is contained in the description section. The notification section displays the maintenance and also the incidents that occurs on the product in case you want to track them. The data access section contains all the data sets as well as the variables contained in it. Of course, each data set contains three different options. So we have the subset service, which allows you to download subsets of data. We have the file service, which allows you to retrieve the original data. And also we have the WMTS service, which allows you to get images of variables within a certain area of your interest. So if I click on the information icon, for example, I will be getting the article explaining the subset service. In the contact section, you can just click on the chat that will redirect you to our user support interface in case you have any questions or you need help. In the documentation section here, we have various documents which explains all the needed information on the products. So we have the user manual, the quality information document, the synthesis quality overview, the product quality dashboard, roadmap, which explains the future releases of the product. We have also the license and how to cite in case you want to cite the product in a given article or research. We also have here the share icon, which allows you to copy the URL on of the product in case you want to share it. So now let's add a variable to our layer. So as you can see, we have a window here which displays all the data sets, each one, of course, with its own time resolution. So we have the hourly, the daily, and also the monthly data. So for today, as I said, we can explore the seawater velocity for the hourly time resolution. So for that, you simply click on Add to Map, and our variable will be added. So once on the interface, as you can see, we have now two different layers. So an additional option is that you can change the order of the two layers just by maintaining your mouse and drag up or down based on what you need. We can also choose to hide the seawater potential temperature since we are just going to explore the seawater velocity. You can also choose to remove a layer just by clicking on the cross, and the seawater temperature will be removed. So now, speaking about the seawater velocity, within this one, we have three different icons here, which allows you to characterize your visualization and also your downloading. So we have the download icon, which allows you to select your data to download, which I'm going to present in a few minutes. The information icon here allows you to display the window that I have presented, which is an overview of the product, as well as all the documentation needed to read about the product. We have the layer icon here, which allows you to change the variable to display in case you want to display another variable within the same data set, or totally change the data set to choose another one. The gear icon here allows you to characterize your displaying. So first we have the style. So I will zoom in to this area, for example, to get a better visualization. And we can change the style to only display the seawater velocity in solids. And as you can see, we will be getting seawater velocity in solid form. We can also display it in solid plus vectors, and then you'll be able to see vectors. We can also choose to only display vectors or only particles. The opacity also can be changed. You can either decrease it or increase it just by dragging with your mouse. And also we have the color map option, which allows you to change the nature of your color map. For example, if I want to change the visualization of my map, just click on a given style and you will be getting the style that are related to this one. Of course, we have also the minimum and maximum value corresponding to our displaying. These values are displayed here in the scale below my variable. So here within the color map, I have three different icons. The first one, the two arrows, allows me to invert the maximum and minimum value. So when clicking on it, you're going to see that my maximum and minimum value are inverted, which result in changing the display. If you want to get back to the first display, you just click again on it. The steps icon here allows us to add or remove thresholds in case you want to add or remove them. And finally, we have the final icon here, which allows you to mask the outlier, which basically means that in case you want to remove all the values that are not contained within my range here in the scale. So if I click on it to remove it, as you can see, all the values that are not contained within the scale are removed. If you want to go back again, just click again and you will be getting your first visualization. We have also the log scale. You can either enable it or disable it. For that, you just click on it and the log scale will be activated. If you want to go back again, just click again on it and it will be disabled. So here on the right, we have also the possibility to select our coordinates on the map. And for that, we can select points. Just click on points and select it on the map. You can also select lines like this. If you want to disable the option, just click on escape on your keyboard and it will be disabled. So we can also choose to hide this window here to get a better visualization. Just click on this arrow and it will be hide. Going back to our options here, you can select also an area. So you go back to the map and you draw your area of interest. Again, escape on the keyboard. And now we have 3 different tables. Of course, each table contain the geographical coordinates of the selections as well as the values of my variable displayed within a certain period of time. And of course, within each graph, I have different options. If I go to the 3 points here, as you can see, I have the possibility to export my graphs into a netcdf, a CSV, or SVG format. Of course, to enable this option, you have to be logged in. So let's say, for example, I'm logged out, go to setting and log out. Then I will no longer be able to export them. Of course, you have to be logged in for that. Log in again. And now I can export my graphs to the needed format. And of course, here at the end, I can choose to remove a given graph. Just click on remove and the graph will be removed. An additional option also, you can choose to merge a selection within another. So just drag a given table within another, and you will be getting the 2 tables merged with all the needed information about that. So now the import option allows us to select presets. So presets are basically predefined region in case you want to study one of them and explore the data within it and download it also. The recent section here allows you to upload the presets that you have selected here. You can also choose to upload a WKT, a GeoJSON, or a shapefile based on your choice. The setting option here allows you, of course, as you could see, to log in or log out. It also allows you to characterize your map in case you need to change the style of your map based on what suits you. You can also choose to show toponyms to know which region is from another. You can also choose to modify the geometries, the units, and also the miscellaneous parameters. So now let's go back to our downloading icon. So let's say I want to download my data. For that, I will click on download and I will remove this one just by clicking on the cross. So I don't need the lines. Now let's say I want to download this area. So to download it, you have 2 choices. You can either enter the geographical area manually, or you can just go to with the define on map option. And for that, it's really simple. Just click on it, define on map, and then go back to the area that you have selected, click on it, and as you can see, the information are automatically filled. Same thing for the date range section. You can choose to select your start and end date manually, or you can do it with the as in map option here. So let's say I want to download the data from the 6th of February 2025. Just click on as in map to the, let's say, to the 10th of February 2025, again as in map. So now I have my data ready to be downloaded. So within this one, you can also choose to also download another variable within the same data set, like for example, seawater salinity, or you can choose to add them all based on your choice. So now for downloading the data, we have three different options here below. So we have the browse files option, which allows you to retrieve the original data. Just keep in mind that with this one, you don't have the choice to select a variable. So if you go with this option, you will have to download all the variable in a given data set. The automate section here allows you to get two different templates to download your data. So you can either use the command line interface or the Python API. So these two templates are used with the Copernicus Marine Toolbox, which I'm going to present in my second presentation. So if you are using, for example, a Python API, just click here on copy and the template will be copied and you can just paste it on your code and the data will be downloaded based on the information that you have put it in this table. Or you can just simply download the data directly by clicking on download manually. So just keep in mind that when downloading the data from this interface, there is a quota limit that you don't have to exceed, which is 800 megabytes, unlike the toolbox where you are free to download any memory quota as long as your machine can handle it. So here also we have three different options. So if you go to the message icon here, for example, click on it, you'll be getting a window within where you can ask for help. So in case you need further details on how to use the tool, you just go to the help icon here, click on it, and you can search in our help center on how to use the tool. Let's say, for example, how to use the My Ocean Viewer Pro. So, and then you will be getting a bunch of articles which explains the tools. So let's choose this one, for example. So in this article, you will be getting all the features that I have explained here with examples, of course, that can help you to get started with the tool and get more familiar on how to use it. If that does not answer your question, you can also go to the message icon here and ask Blue a question. Let's say you want to ask Blue, our chatbot, on how to use the tool, how to use my Ocean Viewer Pro. So you ask your question, and what Blue is going to do that he's going to explore our data store, our help center, and search for the best suitable answer to your question. And usually at the end, Blue gives you also access to sources which will guide you to the articles that you need to consult in order to get the information you need here in the source section. If it still doesn't not respond to your question, if you need more details, you can just go with the talk to a person option. This will redirect you to us, the user support team, and we will be glad to help you out and assist you further in your request. Here, the share icon allows you to share your activity. So you can share it either by a link or an image or a video or also with an embedded link based on your choice. Finally, we have the information icon here. If you click on it, you will be getting some tips on how to use efficiently the tool. Basically some keyboard and mouse tips to help you to optimize your activity on it and get the best possible experience. So that's it for today's presentation. Uh, we have explored all the main features of the tool. And please, if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask them. I will be glad to answer. Enjoy the rest of the event, and thank you, everybody.
Thanks a lot, Rezak, for your nice presentations. It was really interesting, as usual, to see that. And yes, so we have a few questions for you. Okay, just wait to go to the question. Oh, that's not the right window, sorry. That's the poll. Oh, wait a few seconds to go to the Q&A. And okay, now we can. Okay, thanks. Okay, the first question being, can we save our progress or history to continue our work later or to make some corrections or edits?
Yes, of course. Usually when you trying to download or visualize a given data or when you have added a layer, it's usually automatically saved. Of course, if you didn't close your tab, the activity is saved. As I said, also you can choose to let's say go to with the share icon and share your activity with somebody either by a link or an image or an embedded link. So yes, it's possible to save it. Your work
Okay,
is automatically saved when working with the MyOcean Viewer tool.
okay, thanks a lot. Okay. One question about the data. Is it possible to navigate through monthly, weekly, average data?
Yes, it is possible. As I said, uh, this is possible by going to, let's say that, as I said few seconds ago, so I'm exploring the seawater velocity. In case you want to explore another variable, you just go to the layer icon and you will be getting all the other data sets and all the variables contained in it. And you can choose to change the time resolution. So by going from, for example, from the hourly data to the daily data or the monthly data. So yes, that remains possible. And just select the variable that you need to explore, and you will be getting the new variable and you will be getting the new data.
Okay, okay, thanks a lot. Okay. Um, a question also on the data. Can we extract on the water column or just surface parameters data? I guess it depends on the product.
It depends on the products. And when we say extract on the water column, I mean, there is the depth range that you can choose to explore based on the variable that you are studying, of course. And I don't know if this is what the user wants to mean
I think
by
it's, yeah, can we extract data on several level of depths, probably in the
yes,
same file, but yeah.
yes. If it's the case, then it is possible. As I said, there is the on the right we have the depth range in which you can choose your depth range that suits your needs. So yeah, it is possible.
Okay,
Of
okay,
course, that
good to know.
depends also on the variables, of course.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Okay, next question. Is it possible to select specific predefined areas such as the Black Sea or Mediterranean Sea for data analysis?
Uh, we- I yes, it is possible in the import section. As I said, there are presets, and those presets are predefined area to study. So uh, within the available ones, I think we you can, let's say for the Black Sea or Mediterranean Sea, yes, there is a preset that you can select, which includes the Mediterranean Sea or the Black Sea, or you can just simply drag your area using the area option here and select the area that you need to study, and then go to the downloading area and automate it as I've shown in my presentation. So yeah, that is possible.
Okay, good to know. Thanks again. Okay, the next question about the viewer. What is the programming language used to analyze the ocean data using MyOcean Viewer?
The programming language for the MyOcean viewer, I'm not sure of it, but The user can ask us the question through the user support interface. We will search through it and we will give the right answer. I don't
Okay.
want to give an answer perhaps that it's incorrect. So yeah, yeah.
Yes, I understand. I think maybe it's something like Java or some
I
maybe
want to say
Python.
Java, but I'm not sure. So if the user
Okay.
wants further details on that, he can contact us to the user support. We will and we will go through it and give it the answer.
Okay. No worries. I put the question on the side also.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. This question, in which specific document can we identify what satellites or sensors have been used to produce the data set?
Yes, to get all the scientific details on the product, like I said, there is in the documentation section, when accessing the product, we have a documentation section which contains the user manual and quality information document. These two ones are usually the documents that contains all the necessary details, scientific details, and also on the data sets and the variable used, the type update, and other various options, the acquisition modes. So if the user is looking for this information, and then it's in this within this document that he can find it.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Thanks. Okay. Next question. Can we use the data? Oh, so no. Okay. Can we use the data through API in external application?
Um, yes, the data can be used through an API, but in external application, I don't know what it means in this context. Of course, the data
Yeah.
can be used in another application for another use. It is possible, but I don't exactly understand what which means external application.
Yeah. I'm not sure
But
if it's like
but
just use
all,
the data in Python
all
or something else.
yes, all the users that contact us or generally use the manipulate the data in a Python interface using the toolbox, of course, and usually they are developing their own applications. So I would say that it is possible to use our data to explore and to analyze within another application.
Excellent. And if that wasn't the question, the person was that can still upload the question with more detail if necessary. Okay, a few more questions. Is it possible to download the map or graph in JPEG or PNG format? I think you can do video on MyOcean, but I don't know about picture.
Yes, you can, as I said, you can share your activity of in the tool by sharing a link or an image. It is possible to download an image, but as for the format, I'm not sure of the format that you can use. Yes, yes, it is possible. I've just downloaded an image and yes, it's in the PNG format. So when downloading your activity, it will be an image downloaded in the PNG format. So it is possible.
Okay, thanks. Good to know also. Okay, next question. If I download the daily dataset and choose 3 days, will I get 3 different bonds in my roster?
If I download daily datasets,
I think you will have
uh,
just one file.
exactly when downloading a daily datasets uh, within 3 days. It's usually coming in a uniform netcdf file that you can all that then you can open using QGIS to add the raster layer. So yes, this is the way the process works. And of course, if the user needs further detail on that, you can always reach out to us using the interface, and we will go through it in details and give it the right, the best possible answer.
Okay, thanks a lot. We have time for 2 more questions, I think. Okay, so the next question, is it possible to download data in CSV or JSON format?
It is indeed, sorry, it is indeed possible to download the data in a CSV format. I mean, we have various articles in our Help Center which explains how to export our data using the toolbox from a netcdf to a CSV. You can also convert it once you have downloaded in netcdf to a CSV format. As for JSON format, I am not sure. of the information, but I will check it and then give it the answer. But for the CSV, yes, it is possible. It is also possible to export your activity here, like I said, on the graphs in the tables. It is possible to export the selections into a CSV or SVG format. So yeah,
Thanks a lot. Okay, good to know. And yeah, one final question. Can you select a point or polygon in the map by setting the coordinates manually instead of clicking for more precision?
can you select point polygon? Yes, of course, it is possible. You just have to go to the download icon and you have the where you have to fill the geographical area. As I said, you can put if you have those coordinates that then yes, you can put it and it will manually select the area that you have chosen. And yes, and then download those data.
Okay,
So
good.
yes, it's possible.
Okay, thanks a lot. So we will have to
Pleasure.
stop there for the question. Thanks again, Razak.